6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Muhammad Zubair Khan. First, the headlines. United Arab Emirates has agreed to roll over Pakistan's existing loan and provide additional loan of $1 billion. Prime Minister says Pakistan values assistance of $1 billion announced by Saudi Arabia for rehabilitation of the flood-affected people. The United States has reiterated resolve to continue supporting people of Pakistan for rehabilitation of flood victims. President has asked the coalition government and opposition to sit together for dialogue to steer country out of crisis. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, all parties Hurriyat Conference has called upon world community to impress upon India to settle the Kashmir dispute by giving Kashmiris their right to self-determination. Third and final one-day international between Pakistan and New Zealand will be played in Karachi tomorrow. And now the news in detail. The United Arab Emirates has agreed to roll over Pakistan's $2 billion existing loan and provide additional loan of $1 billion. UAE's President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan conveyed this during a meeting with Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif in Abu Dhabi today. The UAE's President wished progress and prosperity for Pakistan. He praised the historical relations between the two nations and the valuable contributions made by the Pakistani community in the UAE. Both sides agreed to deepen the investment cooperation and stimulate partnerships. They also expressed satisfaction over the pace of steady progress in bilateral relations. They agreed on the importance of enhanced bilateral exchanges and regular dialogue at all levels to further solidify and provide momentum to the relationship. The two leaders discussed the fraternal relations between the two countries and explored ways and means to further strengthen these in the field of trade, investment and energy. They also had an exchange of views on regional and international issues of mutual interest. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif invited the President of the UAE for a state visit to Pakistan, to which he agreed. The dates will be decided through diplomatic channels. Earlier, Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif reached Abu Dhabi on a two-day visit to the United Arab Emirates. Minister of Economic Affairs of the United Arab Emirates, Abdullah Tawq Al-Mari, and the officers of the Pakistani embassy received the Prime Minister at the airport. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has said Pakistan values the assistance of $1 billion announced by Saudi Arabia for the rehabilitation of the flood-affected people. Talking to a four-member delegation of Saudi Fund for Development led by its Chief Executive Officer Sultan Al-Marshad in Islamabad today, he said Saudi Arabia has always supported Pakistan in difficult times. The Prime Minister thanked the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman for extending support to Pakistan in this hour of difficulty. During the meeting, they also reviewed different Saudi development projects in Pakistan. U.S. Ambassador Donald Blum called on Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari in Islamabad today. The Foreign Minister commended U.S. announcement made at the Geneva conference for providing an additional amount of $100 million for the rehabilitation and reconstruction of flood victims of Pakistan. During the meeting, views were also exchanged about visa interview facilities for Pakistanis. Speaking on the occasion, Bilawal Bhutto Zardari said visa facilities will not only expedite the process of visa acquisition but also increase people-to-people contacts. The U.S. Ambassador reiterated his resolve to continue supporting the people of Pakistan for the rehabilitation of the flood victims. Chinese Ambassador to Pakistan, Nong Rong, paid a farewell call on Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari in Islamabad today. During the meeting, views were exchanged on bilateral relations and enhanced cooperation in various sectors, including China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. The Foreign Minister commended the services of the outgoing Chinese Ambassador and extended best wishes for his future endeavours. British High Commissioner Dr. Christian Turner paid a farewell call on Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari in Islamabad today. They exchanged views on Pakistan-United Kingdom relations and enhancing bilateral cooperation in various fields. The Foreign Minister expressed his gratitude for the announcement of an additional amount of £9 million in aid by the United Kingdom to help flood victims of Pakistan. Bilawal Bhutto Zardari also appreciated the steps taken by the British High Commissioner for creating climate change awareness in Pakistan. He expressed his best wishes for the outgoing British High Commissioner. This is Radio Pakistan. President Dr. Arif Alvi has emphasized the need for bringing the political temperature down to take the economy towards improvement. In an interview with BBC, he stressed the need for development of consensus on some matters for stability in the country. He said it is responsibility of all the stakeholders to steer the country out of dire straits. The President said the coalition government and the PTI should sit together and hold dialogue, stressing cooperation is better than differences. Responding to a question, Dr. Arif Alvi said the government is working to pull the country out of economic crisis. He was confident that the next rounds of negotiations with the IMF will bear positive results. President Dr. Arif Alvi has summoned the session of National Assembly on Monday at 5 p.m. The House will discuss important issues of national interest besides transacting legislative business. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, all parties Hurriyat Conference has urged the international community to take cognizance of Narendra Modi-led fascist Indian government's illegal unilateral actions aimed at undermining the disputed status of the territory. In a message from New Delhi's infamous Tihar jail, senior Hurriyat leader Naeem Ahmed Khan said, Jammu and Kashmir is an internationally recognized dispute pending resolution with the United Nations for the last 7 decades. The APHC leader said India has exhausted all its resources and employed brutal tactics to force the Kashmiris into submission but miserably failed. He called upon the world community to take cognizance of India's action in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir and impress upon it to settle the Kashmir dispute by giving the Kashmiris their right to self-determination. Meanwhile, the APHC Azad Jammu Kashmir Chapter Secretary Information Imtiaz Wani, in a statement in Islamabad, appealed to the World Human Rights Organizations to take cognizance of the deteriorating human rights situation in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. He deplored that India is victimizing the Kashmiris for demanding their internationally recognized right to self-determination. Israel has planned to forcibly move about 1,000 Palestinians from villages near Hebron in the southern West Bank. The plan involves moving Palestinians from 12 villages of West Bank. Local Palestinian representatives told newsmen that attacks on Palestinians by the Israeli army, police, and settlers have increased since last year and are aimed at making our lives difficult and pushing us to leave. The forced displacement of civilians from or within the Palestinian territories is prohibited under international humanitarian law. One Palestinian man was killed today during an Israeli raid at the Kalandia refugee camp north of Jerusalem. According to Palestinian Health Ministry, the man was shot in the chest when the Israeli forces stormed the refugee camp. Meanwhile, in Nablus, city of occupied West Bank, at least 10 Palestinians were injured by Israeli army's firing. The official Palestine TV said that the Israeli army detained 4 Palestinians during its military operation in Nablus. The United States has extended public health emergency for COVID-19, allowing millions of citizens to continue receiving free tests, vaccines, and treatments. The emergency was first declared in January 2020 when the COVID pandemic began and has been renewed every quarter since then. In India, 6 members of a family were killed in a house fire in Haryana state due to leak in LNG cylinder. The third and final one-day international between Pakistan and New Zealand will be played in Karachi tomorrow. The 3-match series is leveled 1-1. And finally, the weather report. Rain with snow over the hills is expected in Islamabad, Potohar region, Murree, Galiat, northeast Punjab, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Gilgit-Baltistan and Kashmir during the next 12 hours. However, foggy conditions are likely over the plain areas of Punjab, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Upper Sindh. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk.